Good afternoon, YouTube community. It's been some time since I've seen a movie in theaters, so I have not made the next video as expected. Since I have school and everything, and I've been pretty busy. Well, last Saturday, I went to the theaters with a couple of my friends to see Resident Evil Afterlife in 3D. And just to let you guys know, the movies don't have the best plot in the world, but it's better than most of the stuff you see on Sci-Fi Channel. Some fans may beg to differ, but that's my humble opinion. Honestly, the Sci-Fi Channel has some horrible movies. Horrible special effects, horrible everything. Anyway, only watch the movie, and by movie I mean Resident Evil, if you're with your friends and you're looking for a good time, or if you just need to see some crazy action. So, I'd like to go on and talk about the choreography of the film. The action is well executed and actually worth looking at. It has that John Woo sort of gunfights in it, but with the added sugar and extra zing. So it could get pretty crazy. The slow-mos were used a bit too often, but so the impacts of the scene. While it was greatly exaggerated, it still manages to entertain. And I like to point out that who knew quarters could be so deadly? And you'll understand if you watch the movie, trust me. I'd like to talk about the plot. Well, I would have, but this movie is so random and confused that it barely even has one. It went from a History Channel program to a hyper action thrill ride, a documentary, and a deleted scene from Lost, and an ending that reminded me of Apocalypse Now for some reason. Don't bother trying to nitpick it for a plot, because you'll honestly waste your time. All I know is that whoever writes the scripts for these movies needs to be replaced. It's just he doesn't know what he's doing. The pacing is pretty good though. Unlike the other movies, well, except the last one and the second movie. It's just that it seems kind of rushed, despite the 2 hours. Anyway, special effects wise, it delivers to some degree. Early on, you'll probably turn your head to the side in confusion, or you'll raise your eyebrow, or like me, I just sat there and just went with it, like I don't care, whatever. At first, you'll wonder what those commercials were on about when they said that it utilizes the same technology James Cameron used for Avatar. If you've seen those commercials, you'll know what I mean. Eventually, you may come to forgive the film when an axe appears to hit you in the face, or when a zombie opens his mandibles in your face. You'll know what I mean when you'll watch it in 3D. Trust me, the 3D is amazing. The 3D technology is simply amazing. Unlike those other 3D films where it gives you a headache with all the colors and fuzziness, this one doesn't bother you at all. At least not me anyway. Much of the action seems to be in your face. I keep saying faces. Sorry guys. Horror movies really benefit from this, as you'll definitely jump in surprise. Because they'll jump in your face. There isn't much to say on the characters other than Sean Roberts, who plays Wesker, being my favorite he's my favorite character. Sorry, he's my favorite actor in the entire movie. He just did amazing as Wesker. Mila Jovovich, she did alright, like she always does, but she seems to be more human in this movie. The rest of the characters are average or easily forgettable. You won't even wince when they kick the bucket. That's about it for me. To those not familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, it's based off the Biohazard game series made by Capcom. So basically, the main character, Alice, has powers, and she can do crazy stuff. I guess she has extra accelerated adrenaline or something, because she just totally wipes out an entire corporation by herself. Well, not by herself, it's more like her and 7 others. You'll understand when you watch the movie. It's in the beginning. As soon as the movie starts, you'll just get right into the action. And the main villains of the movie is the Umbrella Corporation. So I know, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't go into the plot, but I just wanted to let those that haven't seen the other movies, or those that haven't played the game, or both, I just wanted to give you guys an insight into what the movie was about. So the main villains is the Umbrella Corporation. The chairman is Albert Wesker, who, like Alice, is super powered, except that he has more experience. And here's a spoiler for you guys. He has a problem, Wesker, that his powers seems to go out of control, and the only way he could sustain himself is if he absorbs humans. Something about their DNA. I don't know. I'm not an expert at genetics or science, and apparently, he needs to absorb Alice in order for him to fully master his powers. Unlike in the game Resident Evil 5, where he injects himself with T-Virus, he has to absorb Alice for the rich nutrients she has in her of T-Virus. You know, she's rich in T-Virus. It's like a feast for him, basically. Even though that doesn't really make any sense, especially in the beginning, which is, I don't know, a lot of things in the beginning just don't seem to make any sense. You'll understand. Yeah,